Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Back with us is Rohit Srivastava. He's the Chief Investment Officer and Portfolio Manager with C3 Fund to give us an update on the AI-based Cannabis Index with predictive analytics, all about technical analysis, but there's a disclosure first because this isn't advice. So Rohit, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks, Josh. And like you said, let's get the disclosure that, guys, this is not a financial advice. This is not, we're not asking you to buy or sell anything. We're just giving our views and what we are doing. And this is all for entertainment and learning purposes, and do your own analysis before you do your investment. We have been talking about the Cannabis Index, which is our index, which we use to track how well the market is doing. This is like way back last year when we started it, and in the last couple of months, this is what we were last week, and we were at hovering around between 475 and 535 support, and we were anticipating that it'll break off, and that's what happened. It broke off, and 535 the support up, and I think it is going to hold at this point, and that is a good sign that it's basically holding, and it's probably in the uptrend of the. It is probably at an uptrend. From a cash flow perspective, like you can see, huge amount of cash pumped in, and this huge amount of cash pumping in is a good indicator. And later on, we'll talk about like what overall from the MJ index also, how they are doing on that. But what really it is looking like is that a huge amount of cash has pumped into this market, and there is the stocks are anticipated to be in a growth area from what we can see. From the fund perspective, we have a growth of over 18% from the time of incubation, from the time of inception, which is the August of 2020, which is about 3 months ago, and compared to 1.57, you can see that it turned positive in the last couple of weeks. And in the last 1 month, huge growth from MJ and POTX. Like we're talking, like there's nothing new we're going to tell you that it grew 18, 19% and 14%. But we had about 8% growth. But again, anytime there is a sudden growth in MJ or POTX, I want to tell my viewers that, sudden growth is good, and but we have a consistent growth. And at times of this, it might sound like, oh my God, we're not making as much as what POTX is doing. But look at the overall growth. The overall growth is way ahead of what POTX and MJ could do. And that's the idea, that it is a calculated and very controlled investment, and compared to what you're seeing in POTX and the huge volatility, it tries to reduce that volatility in the fund itself. So reiterating, 80% from the time of incubation. Last month we talked about the critical point, and during that time we were talking about that this is actually a very critical point, and we were bullish. If you go back to our video blogs, we were bullish, and we were anticipating that to break off and reach new highs, and that's what exactly happened. Same with POTX, that we were anticipating it to break off and new high. Now this week, what has happened is that it broke off, and now it reached new highs on the 9th and 10th of November, and it tried to correct a little bit, because some people try to just sell off, like trying to take profits or trying to get out of the trade, thinking this is too risky. But to tell you, like from my view and from the AI perspective, this is actually a good time to be in. And you can see that it tried to correct, but it got the 200-day moving average support, and it has been very optimistic. It has been over 5-day moving average, means the short-term and the long-term investors, they both are chiming in, and they are trying to buy as much as possible. With the way it is going, and with the way the optimistic, I would be anticipating it will be about 1750 by the end of March 2021. That's just my anticipation based on, and things can change. But at this point, what it looks like is it is going to have about 20 to 30% or maybe 50% growth till the end of Q1. So overall, summarizing, what we have is we are having the 535 support. I think it's a good support. It probably will go higher. We are holding 4 stocks: Tilray, Cron, Cara, and ABBV. And overall, what our growth has been is about 18.55% based on 18.55%. And that's all I have for you, Josh.
Yeah, that's an optimistic report. Going up almost, a little over 40% is going to be pretty nice pop. And I think we actually were forecasting that in our last month podcast when we knew that there was going to be a breakout. We were optimistic that it was going to be to the upside. It was. Well, we've seen indicators that we haven't seen except in like maybe 2018, 2019 with the flow of funds coming in. It's really kind of not unprecedented levels, but levels we haven't seen for a while. You'd have to go back a couple of years. And I think that's maybe with the shutdown and knowing that cannabis is essential. Washington just got locked down for another month. And so definitely people are going to be buying their cannabis. And I think maybe some pot stocks are the cleanest dirty shirt in the room. People have a lot of uncertainty, don't know what's going on. But regardless, we're seeing a lot of these stocks reaching all-time highs, and volatility is there for sure, but it's definitely looking positive to the upside. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next month.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the next couple of months is, we might have a choppy December. But November, I think, will be okay in my view. And I think in January and February, I think we should be anticipating some growth around buying some of these pot stocks on that. You're more aware from a fundamental perspective, like a lot of states have legalized that, and with the Democrats coming in with might be anticipating more liberal approach towards legalizing this as well. So I think we'll see in the next couple of months what happens, and if there is some uncertainty in politics, then probably that might be a negative impact to this, and nothing can stop from these all falling down. But assuming that things will be fine, things will be the way it will be, I think we should be anticipating a very good year next year.
Yeah, even Virginia didn't vote on it at all. They're seeing the benefits to it. Obviously, they've got their own budget issues, and so Virginia's on board, trying to follow suit with, South Dakota, Montana, Arizona, New Jersey, and then I think Missouri also had medical. So there's gonna be a lot more people jumping on board. I think a lot of this is people realizing that this is going to be around for a long time, regardless of who's in office.
Yes.
Great. All right. Looking forward to the next time, Rohit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Rohit Srivastava, Chief Investment Officer and Portfolio Manager with C3 Fund. Appreciate it. With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.